ഞങ്ങളുടെ ചാനൽ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുക. ലേറ്റസ്റ്റ് അപ്ഡേറ്റ് വീഡിയോസ് കാണാൻ ബെൽ ബട്ടൺ ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്യുക.
Next, create a dialogue between yourself and a friend, describing the interaction between you and the interviewer at the job. At the job interview that you attended. Conduct interviews in pair using the dialogue. Using the dialogue. The create dialogue between yourself and your friend to describe the interaction between you and interviewer at the job interview that you attended. Conduct interviews in pairs using dialogue. So we have to describe these things, the dialogue between you and the interviewer, that can be seen here. Then see, Rosie is here. Rosie, the name of a person and friend. And another person is there. Her name is Fatima. Two students, two friends. See that one. Fatima is asking, "Hello Rosie, where were you yesterday? Where were you? Where were you yesterday? Hello Rosie, where were you yesterday? എവിടെയായിരുന്നു നീ ഇന്ന്?" So then Rosie says, "Hello Fatima, I did not come. I didn't come yesterday. My mother was sick. I heard you attended an interview." ഇന്നലെ ഞാനിവിടെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നില്ല. അത് എൻ്റെ അമ്മയ്ക്ക് അസുഖം, അപ്പോൾ നീ ഒരു ഇൻ്റർവ്യൂവിന് അറ്റൻഡ് ചെയ്തത് ഞാൻ കേട്ടു. അതിനെപ്പറ്റി ഒന്ന് വിവരിക്കാമോ എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ. യെസ്, ഫാത്തിമ സീസ്. യെസ്, I did, means I attended an interview. I did. It was good. The interview was a good man. Interview was a very good man. And Rosie says, "Tell me about it. Tell me about the events or about it. Tell me about it." അതിനെപ്പറ്റി പറയൂ എന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ so she also wants to describe the events or the experiences of the interview which he attended yesterday. Yes, Fatima. First, when I entered his room, I greeted him. നമ്മൾ ഇൻ്റർവ്യൂവിൻ്റെ സമയത്ത് റൂമിലേക്ക് കടന്നു ചെല്ലുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഗ്രീറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് ഗുഡ് മോർണിംഗ് എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുന്നത്. ഗ്രീറ്റഡ് ഹിം. He greeted me back and asked me to sit down. He greeted me and asked me to sit down. I thanked him. When I entered into his room, I greeted him, good morning, whatever it may be. So, and he also greeted me back and asked me to sit down. I thanked him. I thanked him and sat down. I had a file with me. I kept that in my lap and kept my palm over it, indicating my readiness to answer his questions. So I was that she explained, Fatima explained her experience for an interview which he attended last day. First, when I entered, means Fatima says, when I entered into this room, I greeted him, he greeted me back and asked me to sit down. I thanked him and sat down. I had a file with me and I kept that lap and kept my palm over it, indicating my readiness to answer his questions. So when I am talking or when I am making this type of activity, he could understand that I was ready to give the answers for his questions. Then Rosie asks something. Rosie, what did he ask? What did he ask? അയാൾ എന്താണ് ചോദിച്ചതെന്നാണ്. What did he ask? Then Fatima says, he asked me to give a brief description of my family. Maybe he was trying to test my ability communicate in English. So he asked me to give a brief description of my family. Maybe he was trying to test my ability to communicate in English. So he was trying to get it. Next. Then Fatima. Sorry, Rosie. I guess so. What all things did you say? നിങ്ങൾ മുഴുവനായിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്ന കാര്യങ്ങൾ ബാക്കി എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് എന്നുള്ള ചോദ്യം, എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് ബാക്കി പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത്? The next, Fatima. I said who parents are and what they do. Him about my brother and sister. I further told him where I studied. I informed him of the prices I had got while I was at school. I told him about my hobbies and ambitions in life. Ambitions and also hobbies have been described by myself, she told. Then Fatima. Then Rosie. You said all that. You said all that. Yes. In English. You said all that in English. Could you speak fluently? Fluently? നന്നായിട്ട് സംസാരിക്കാൻ പറ്റിയോ? ഫ്ലുവൻ്റ് ആയിട്ട് സംസാരിക്കാൻ പറ്റിയോ എന്നുള്ളതാണ് ചോദ്യം. So yes, I could. Then Fatima says, yeah, I could. I had well practiced it. I had well practiced it. I had well practiced it. I could speak English fluently. So I also told him about my brother and sister and further told him where I studied. I informed him of the prizes which I got from the schools and classes, other classes, and I also told that hobbies and ambitions in my life. And Rosie told that you all spoken English, so you got the fluency in. Yes. Then Fatima says, yeah, I practiced it well. I had practiced it well. Then Rosie asks. Rosie വീണ്ടും ചോദിക്കുകയാണ്, കിട്ടാനുള്ള ആകാംക്ഷ കൊണ്ട്. റോസി, what else did he ask you? What else എന്നുള്ള ചോദ്യത്തിന് മറ്റെന്താണ് അവർ നിങ്ങളോട് നിന്നോട് അവരെന്താണ് നിന്നോട് എന്താണ് മറ്റ് കാര്യങ്ങൾ ചോദിച്ചത്. Then Fatima says he asked me if I was good at sports or athletic events. I said I was a member of school volleyball team and I played badminton reasonably well. So what else did he ask you? എന്താണ് ചോദിച്ചത്? So he asked me if I was good at sports or athletic events. I said I was the member of school volleyball team and I played badminton reasonably well. So here it is a question, അത് yes or no question ആണ്. അതിൽ നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ yes ഇവിടെ വരുന്നത് he asked me if I was good at sports. ഞാൻ ഒരു സ്പോർട്സിൽ താല്പര്യമുള്ളവളാണോ എന്ന് ചോദിച്ചതിനുള്ള മറുപടിയാണ് ആക്ച്വലി. സോ I was good at sports, athletic events and I said I was member of school volleyball team. I was the member of school volleyball team and I played badminton reasonably well. നന്നായിട്ട് ബാഡ്മിൻ്റൺ കളിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട് എന്നൊക്കെ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു. Then Rosie says what was his response? What was his response? Then Fatima, he said his company has a volleyball team and if I am taken I could play in that team. If I am selected I would be taken and I could play in that team. അവിടെ ഒരു വോളിബോൾ ടീമുണ്ട്, അതിൽ എനിക്ക് കളിക്കാനുള്ള എല്ലാ സൗകര്യവും ചെയ്തു തരാമെന്ന് അയാൾ പറയുകയും ചെയ്തു. സോ ദാറ്റ്സ് ഇനഫ്. ദെൻ നെക്സ്റ്റ് റോസി ആസ്ക്ഡ് വൺ മോർ തിങ്. വെൽ ദാറ്റ് മീൻസ് നന്നായി. വെർ യു സെലക്റ്റഡ് എന്നാണ് ചോദ്യം. നീ തിരഞ്ഞെടുക്കപ്പെട്ടോ എന്നാണ് ചോദ്യം. ദെൻ ഫാത്തിമ, I don't know yet. He said he would let me know in a week's time as he had more candidates to interview. I don't know yet. He said he would let me know in a week's time as he had more candidates to interview. അപ്പം അയാൾ തിരഞ്ഞെടുക്കപ്പെട്ടോ എന്നുള്ള ചോദ്യത്തിന് അറിയില്ല, കുറച്ച് സമയം കൂടി കഴിഞ്ഞ ഒരാഴ്ചയിനുള്ളിൽ അറിയിക്കാം, കുറച്ച് കാൻഡിഡേറ്റ്സിനെ കൂടി ഇൻ്റർവ്യൂ ചെയ്യാൻ ഉണ്ട് എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. The next, Rosie. Oh, I will pray. I will pray to God for you. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വേണ്ടി എന്ത് ചെയ്യാം? ഞാൻ പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കാം for you. Then Fatima. Thanks. Thanks, Rosie. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So actually, well, were you selected? Fatima, I don't know yet. He said he would be let me know in a week's time, as he had more candidates to interview. So he had lot of candidates to interview. And afterwards, after the interview, he will be. That means he will inform us that whether selected or not. I will pray for you. Thanks, Rosie. Thank you very much. ഇതാണ് നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്ന ആ സംഭാഷണം.